We're here to watch Cletus Mbele going up against Thabo Sishwana. Pac Man versus a Fighting Prince. It's going to be a very interesting one.
My name is Thabo, Fighting Prince Sishwana. I know myself I'm going to win the PPL because I'm the best boxer. I'm the best in division, bantamweight division, and no one I'm scared of him. Mbele, Tuto Yelebe, Mantengu, I'm looking forward to beat them. And I gotta beat them. I know I'm a hard worker. And I gotta do it in the ring. I gotta show the people around South Africa who the best boxer in this division, in this country. I'm going to beat Mbele by knockout because I'm working hard. I'm hard work. I have band. I have boxing skill. I have things that my opponents don't have. Even Mbele don't have the skill as I have. Don't have a punch that I have. I have a movement, I have flexibility like no one else.
My name is Cletus Pac Man Round. PBL chose me because I am the best of the best in bantamweight. I know Thabo Sishwana is not taller than me. I know what I'm going to do to him. He's not a hard worker, he's just playing. I know myself that I'm a hard worker so that I will win the fight. I'm fit for 6 rounds. I will work from first round until last round to win this fight.
It's going to be quite an awesome fight, Brian. I think the two fighters, you saw obviously, in the weigh-in that the two fighters have respect for each other, but at the same time, the two fighters know that, you know what, this is out for the taking, man. It's definitely out for the taking, and they will be taking each other on, as I've been saying, with two very conflicting styles. As you can see, the hometown boy coming in, Thabo Sishwana,
the Fighting Prince, the Pantsula. He knows the East London crowd is behind him. Always wears a smile on his face, and this guy is a firm favorite among the crowd here tonight, and certainly has been as we've been doing the public training sessions.
Indeed, Brian.
We take a look at the tail of the tape right now. Fighting Prince, 27 years old, and coming in with a record of 13 fights, 2 by way of knockout and no losses. In fact, 2 losses and no draws. We take a look at Pac Man on the other hand, 23 years of age, definitely 4 years younger, and then coming in with a record of 13, 6, and 3, Leslie. 3 draws, 6 losses, and 13 fights. It is the Premier Boxing League, Leslie, and our Master Chief and the Ring General, Kaz Abrams, has given us the right to go ahead and throw punches. Cletus Mbele versus Thabo Sishwana, the Fighting Prince versus Pac Man.
Pac Man, that is not to be confused with Mac Man.
Southpaw versus an Orthodox once again, Les, and these guys have promised us an explosive match.
Yes, they have promised us an explosive match indeed. This is quite you can see that there's a lot of experience here between the two fighters. I mean, wow, this is going to be quite a fight tonight, and the crowd, as you can see, rearing on. Thabo Sishwana saying that, yeah, man, give us more, man. We want to see what you got. Cletus Mbele from Gauteng saying that I'm not going to be outdone tonight, Brian.
Absolutely not, Leslie. And as you can see, Thabo's just measuring his man. They're going in and throwing punches randomly. He goes with a right hand first, or even a left hand. He drops his hands right there, right now, to bring himself back together, using his shoulder to block that chin, and going straight back into this fight. Measures his man and knows exactly what combinations he needs to throw in order to get his man to the floor. But as you said, Leslie, Cletus Mbele is not going to take this one lying down. It's not going to be a walkover.
He's not going to be a walkover indeed. You can see Cletus Mbele using that jab, that right jab effectively, being a southpaw. And he's just beating his time. I think he just wants to land that big left hook. But he's up against a man who will know all about him, with lots of fights under his belt as well. With 19 fights, that is Thabo Sishwana. He's up against Cletus Mbele with 21 fights. We've got that was a nice big right hand to the body there by Cletus Mbele.
Thabo blocking at all the right times right there as they came in and were very close to each other, just blocking all the punches that could have possibly landed. And Cletus as well, also just blocking and throwing the relevant punches that he needs to throw in order to get out of that situation.
You can see the two fighters really trying to find their range at this stage. of the fight. Still early on. But this is PBL. You gotta go full out, because if you knock out your opponent in the first round, you'll earn 2 points for the remainder of the rounds. That means a comfortable 12 points.
And if it's in the second round, then the remainder of the round, the remaining rounds, Leslie, means that you still get double. And if you knock your opponent out in round 2, you get 2 points, meaning that you get a straight 10 points for a knockout in round 2.
That is so true, bro. This is the PBL, of course. The league points are won based on the rounds won and not the fights. And we've got 16 fighters in this competition, and that means 4 fighters in each division. Each fighter will have a total of 3 fights, and points accumulated will determine the winner in each division, and that winner will, of course, win. How much are we talking about in terms of financial incentives?
We have R1 million up for grabs, Leslie, so these guys are definitely looking out for those knockouts. I think it makes the sport itself and boxing just that much more entertaining as we come to the end of the first round and we take a look at these guys and exactly how they managed to feather each other out. They managed to feather each other out. We're going to see a heck of a lot more action now, I imagine, from round 2.
I think they'll definitely step it up, the 2 fighters, with lots of respect for each other. But they would know that this is the PBL. You've got to step up your pace. We are talking about 60,000 rand per fighter. And if you do win your particular division, you will earn an extra 200,000 rand. That's a lot of money, Brian.
That's motivation enough for me to even drop weight and get inside the ring, Leslie. I think I just might enter for season 2 of the Premier Boxing League.
Which division do you fancy yourself in, Brian?
Firstly, Leslie, let's lose the weight before we talk about divisions. I think I might just manage to crack light heavy around 75 kgs. You know, light heavy.
Here we go for round 2.
Pac Man dancing around his man, just waiting to pick out exactly which spot he's going to go for first in round 2. They catch him with a right.
These are 2 fighters with very different personalities and very conflicting styles. As you can see, that the Thabo Sishwana is an orthodox fighter. He's up against a southpaw, Cletus Mbele, all the way from Gauteng. Originally from Klerksdorp in the northwest. I think now based in Gauteng.
Yes, he is based in Gauteng now, Les. And he has not taken this crowd for granted. Neither is he taking his opponent for granted. He knows that he is the underdog in this here particular fight, and especially in terms of the support that is going towards each of the boxers. He knows that Thabo is going to have the majority thereof. But he's not shaken, he's not stirred, he's right here throwing punches.
He is. I like how he counter punches. I think you can see he's got a lot of experience. The way that he reads his opponent, you can see that he just keeps on bidding his time and just waiting for the right moment. He does not throw outlandish punches. His punches are well timed to Cletus Mbele, but he's up against Thabo Sishwana.
Thabo Sishwana gets caught with the left hand. He dances around, trying to gather his thoughts and actually find a spot where he's gonna go for his opponent once again. And every time he comes in, you know, as you say, Leslie, Cletus just manages to pick out the perfect punch that's going to keep Thabo out. And it doesn't deter Thabo from still coming in.
Not at all, especially that big right jab. I mean, Cletus Mbele has been using it effectively right throughout the night. The southpaw Cletus Mbele. The crowd is loving what they're seeing tonight, just rearing the 2 charges on, saying that, guys, come on, step it up. This is PBL. We want to see KOs.
Cletus Mbele obviously wearing the purple trunks with the silver strap and the white at the top. And he catches Thabo Sishwana there with a punch that sends him right up against the ropes. Sishwana in his gray, gold and red shorts, still trying to find a punch that's going to nullify his opponent's punches.
Yes, indeed, Brian.
As usual.
I also like what Cletus Mbele said in the weigh-in. He said that, you know what? When only pantsula.
Yeah.
Na ke tla bontsha gore ke tshwereng. Yeah, ke tla bontsha gore ke nna boss.
Catches him with another left hand, does Cletus Mbele, as that punch lands directly on Thabo Sishwana. We saw them dancing around there a little bit, jogging on the spot. Once again, Cletus does it. He's on some, hey man, why don't you come here a little bit closer? Thabo Sishwane there calling him and saying, it's okay.